our live show. We've got free picks in all the games for today at sportschatplace.com and pickdogs.com. I did a ton of videos. They're doing construction in my house, so if you hear hammering, drilling, and also my face makes some weird faces during the videos, that's why. I just figure doing the videos, even with hammering and drilling in the background, is better than no videos at all. And I don't know. It's just the way we do it. Of course, our best bets, though, are always the ones in the premium area. They're always the best. They're always our best bets. They don't always win, but those are the ones we feel most confident about. Of course, you can see who's winning, who's not winning. And, it's not about winning one day or one game with sports betting. It's about winning over time. And you can do that by just checking the leaderboards, looking back at the history of the leaderboards. And you can see certain guys are always on the leaderboards, and then you have, other guys, and, you see this on some of the other sites. You have some guys that have never been on the leaderboard at all. It's crazy, right? But I'm not going to mention any names, but they know who they are. Anyways, yeah, so the Iceman does suck. Thank you. It's nice to hear that on a Friday. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's like I like the way that really has kind of taken root and taken on a life of its own. Speaking of Iceman sucking, we'll bring in Brian Bittler, Chris Ruffalo, and Rod Zawacki. Brian, what's happening?
Well, what's happening? 2-0 yesterday in college basketball over the last 4 years. 433 wins, 351 losses. That's 55% winners over the long-term stretch of 4 years. You can get my golden ticket in college basketball for $30 at pickdogs.com or my 5-pack for $50 at pickdogs.com. 2 NBA, 2 college basketball, 1 NHL.
I got spanked yesterday like Iceman with meat sweats times 10. Yeah. Funny. Keith Chung becoming internet celebrity. That's for sure. Morning. Let's get that cheese. Yep. Online betting. Live in Michigan today and Virginia. So I believe we'll have all the Michigan sites, all the Michigan betting sites up on our odds comparison page as well as our parlay calculator. So pretty exciting stuff. Be sure to use those tools. Fun. I think we're going to start using the parlay calculator again on the show at the end of the shows again, like we used to do. I like using the parlay calculator. What happened is when we get too many people in here, it's hard to do those screenshots with everyone, like with the parlay calculator and them to line it all up. It's like when Ann was here, it was like for mine, it would show like Ann's face with my parlay calculator. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll start that. We'll probably start that again tomorrow when Ron Romanelli's here. Stop shuffling your papers. Spalding, get your foot off the boat. Chris, what do you got?
Well, we had a speed bump yesterday, but it's okay. We just keep rolling forward. Been solid up to this point. We're not going to stop now. I got my free-for-all Friday, 3 college hoops, 2 NHL plays. I'm not happy with number 2 on the college hoops leaderboard. I want to be back on number 1, so I'm loving those plays today. $39.95 over at $34.95 over at pickdogs.com, sportschatplace.com, premium pick section.
So, what about this little spat that happened behind the scenes between you and Rod? Let's bring this out into the public. These guys are supposed to do. These guys. So let me give everybody a little background here. So these guys are supposed to do hockey videos, like how I do all these videos, which somehow I managed to do all these videos by myself, and we have videos right for college basketball and NBA. All these guys, between the two of them, are supposed to do are the hockey, right? That's all they're supposed to do. We're 2 weeks into hockey now. I've yet to see a hockey video. So Ruffalo's eating his grilled cheese. Zwacky's got his, who knows what he eats for lunch. It's probably like the triple cheeseburger, something.
Nope, bologna sandwich.
Bologna sandwich.
Bologna.
Yikes.
Good old bologna sandwich. With,
I would say capital yuck on that, man.
You're full bologna.
Yeah. So anyways, these guys are supposed to do the video, and I get like the text from Ruffalo. Rod's mad at me. We're not doing the videos today. What the hell's going on here? They go into this whole drama. It's like, How hard is this, man? How about if they say, let's meet at 2:00 today to do the videos?
We like giving everybody popcorn-worthy material. It's like a reality show. Mitch loves his reality shows. We got to give him something to work with.
I always think that these sort of things always work better out in the public, open.
Yeah. So no, we hashed it out, and it was we came to an agreement on what we have to do going forward. I bit the bullet on it. We're good now. We're going to start doing these videos. We're going to start giving everybody some great content, some great videos.
What I always say is stop talking about it and do it. That's what I always say. I hate planners. I'm in like this live streaming group. Like I've told people about this. I'm in a live stream group now. They have these different things called advancement pods within the live streaming group. So it's like a smaller group of live stream. So imagine being in my advancement pod. I mean, you guys can only imagine what that is like to begin with, right? So it's like they say, okay, as part of your accountability is you need to come up with my obvious next step, right? The obvious next thing I'm going to do. And then you have to print a snapshot of your calendar where you've listed to where you're going to address your obvious next step. So, I mean, I don't have a calendar, I don't have one. I don't understand it, It's like, my thought process is I could use that time that are scheduling and putting things on my calendar. I could be using that time to actually do stuff. But these guys can't seem to get it across. Bring your lunch. Pack a lunch. Pack a lunch for the hockey videos. It's not like you haven't done it before.
Yeah, we could have ate our lunch in between the hockey videos.
Yeah. Yeah. Like,
we learned. From now on, you'll see hockey videos.
All right. I expect to see top-notch quality. I will not be involved in these hockey videos. So
I think they just need to go to marriage counseling.
That's what I said. My wife is very empathetic. She would handle this. Rod, how did that make you feel?
And then I tried going in, Chris, it's Rod's turn.
Did Chris acknowledge that your feelings were hurt?
It'd be like Peanut Gate all over again. What do you got for sale today, Rod?
Well, I'm trying to bounce back after our rough day yesterday. Got Rod Steak Friday. I've got 3 NBA, three hockey plays, 1 college basketball. Loving these plays today. Big bounce back day for Steak Friday.
All right, I got college hoops and NBA today. Also, I fixed my golf swing. I had a rough week. On the golf course yesterday. Fixed it. Not exactly the way that I like to play golf, but step one. Step one. I hate letting the club do the work. Let the club do the work. Hate that. Why? Why let the club do the work when I can just swing as hard as I can at the frickin' ball? Much more fun. Could really hurt myself. Anyways, got NBA action. Got a bunch of games. We got two postponement cancellations. These are strange days indeed, man. With these cancellations, postponements. Meanwhile, Dr. Fauci said he likes the direction that everything is heading. It's amazing. We got a new president. 1 day in, it's a fucking miracle. Everything's working. Anyways, Indiana Pacers up against the Orlando Magic. Charlotte Hornets up against the Bulls. Pistons against the Rockets. And the Raptors and the Heat. Brian, any of those 4?
Ooh, I'm not wild about it, but it's something odd to me when I see the Detroit Pistons favored by this many points. It makes me think that they're trying to get you on the Rockets. I know the Rockets don't have a full team and all, but for me, slight lean to the Pistons here. I'll lay the points. It's nothing I'm betting the house on. $60, 55, something like that.
Yeah, I've got to agree. That line looks funky to me. So I'm thinking somebody knows something. Maybe I'm going to lay the points with Detroit, and I'm going to take the points with Chicago as well. Haven't steered me wrong on the road yet. I'm going to still take a shot with the Bulls here. I like the Bulls getting 3 points.
Rod?
And for me, I like Detroit as well. Houston's a little shorthanded, so Wall still be out. And Detroit's at home. It's where they play good. So give me Detroit here. I'm going to go the other way. I like Charlotte at home here. I think everybody's jumping on the Bulls going, hey, the Bulls are on the road. Yay. I think Charlotte comes to play today. Give me Charlotte at home here over the Bulls.
We have our 2-for-1 capper specials at Pick Dogs and Sports. I haven't really advertised them much. We haven't really figured out the pricing on these things too well, so these are likely underpriced, so it's probably a good time to jump on them. I know that.
It'd be nice if you had a banner on the page, on the homepage. 2-for-1. Click here.
Okay, Mr. Helper.
I'm a peanut gallery guy.
Anything else? Anything else you think I should just stop everything else that I'm doing and
2-for-1 deal here.
I went to bed at 7:00 last night, my time. 7:00. It was beautiful. I fell asleep on the couch and then I moved into the bedroom, laid down in bed. I didn't get my picks in last night, and I got about 100 emails saying, "Hey, I didn't get my picks." It's like
you were in bed before me last night.
Yeah,
what the heck?
I was done.
And I'm on the East Coast.
I was done.
The stupid 10 o'clock NBA games keep me up to like 1 o'clock in the morning. I hate it.
I didn't grade those until the morning. Which is more emails I got. I didn't care. I was sleeping. It was great. Slept in all the way to 3:30 this morning. Yep. That's how we do it. Big baller. Ballin'. That we say, right? That's the term. I like the Heat against the Raptors. I don't even understand what the Raptors are doing. They can't even find Toronto, like on a map. These guys are so freaking bad. Sure. I also like the Pistons against the Rockets. Something looks funny. Something smells funny. Cavaliers rematching against here the Brooklyn Nets. I took the Cavs last time on the Nets this time. Not falling for it. I'm guessing somebody's out because the line's dropping like a rock. I was on the Cavs last time. Loved them. Premium pick. Not this time. Brooklyn Nets. Boston Celtics and Philadelphia 76ers. Frickin' Hawks and Timberwolves. I gotta just pretend this game doesn't exist. Dallas against San Antonio. Clippers against the Thunder, buddies. And Nuggets and the Suns. Ooh, wait a minute. Knicks Kings as well. Wow.
No,
I really didn't do a good job of dividing these up, did I? I could have easily.
That's a 10 o'clock game.
All right, then we won't talk about it. It's too late for Brian.
I thought there's 3 different time frames. The 7 o'clock, and the 7:30 to whatever, and then the 10 o'clock.
I mean, you realize the 10 o'clock game is 5 o'clock my time, this time of year. Normally it's 4 o'clock, which is beautiful.
I would like that. And I
You know
want
what?
you getting to bed at midnight.
This is what I do. Okay, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but this is what I do. I'm sitting around and I'm saying, man, Super Bowls, and there's only 3 more NFL games. Wow, Super Bowl normally is a light schedule. I wonder what the schedule looks like this year for the Super Bowl. So I go ahead and I look at what other games are being played on Super Bowl Sunday. And it's actually a nice schedule this year. We got 5 NBA. We got a bunch of college basketball, like way more college basketball than I can ever remember being played on Super Bowl Sunday. I didn't look at the NHL because it doesn't count as a sport. But, I mean, we looked at, it's going to be good. This is good, man. This is
I don't know, man.
What?
Oh, yesterday I was watching the end of that Tampa Bay and
I should have taken
Columbus
that puck
game.
line.
That was much more exciting.
Should have
than
taken
the
the puck line.
Bucks and- The hockey game was much more exciting at the end. Tampa Bay won in overtime, but yeah, it was a good game. I like hockey.
Chris,
I'm warming up to it.
I like the way our crowd is beating on Ruffalo a little bit. Here he had one bad day in like the last month. He's been on like the heater of all heaters. He's had like one bad day, and it's like he gets absolutely pounded. You suck. Welcome to my world. I mean, me and Brian both had like a ridiculous November and December. And it was like every losing pick within there. I got like, Brian would go like 4-1. I'd get like 6 emails. It's like, I bought the guaranteed package and Brian lost 4-1. Do I get my credit? It's like, no.
Yeah, the trick is after you're winning crazy like that, if you're going to only lose like a 2-3 or 1-2, you don't want to go 0-5 or something. So. Steady Eddie.
Who is Keith Chung? He's one of our commenters. He's become an internet legend. Chris, how did that make you feel that Keith Chung got all the credit?
I started singing everybody Keith Chung tonight.
I mean, they're even talking about him in the drive-thru. I was on the drive-thru yesterday. I think I might be phasing myself out of the drive-thru. It's gotten too big for me. We had, 10 people on the drive-thru yesterday?
Yeah, something like that.
10 picks, yeah.
Yeah, too many. Too many for me. I already give out tons to begin with. Plus, people are hating on my pick. They're hating me. It's like, easy winner. I knew it was going to be an easy winner because people were hating it. Hating.
Arizona State had me sweating it out last night. I barely came in.
Colorado State, easy money against Utah State. Easy. All day.
I don't think I swore that as loud as I had last night when he put in that shot to win the game for Arizona. I had it at 2.5. I'm like, yeah,
I had the plus 2.5. So.
I'm like, go to overtime. This is fine. I see him just airball the shot, and I'm like, wait a second. There's someone wide open under the rim. Oh, no.
That's how I felt when Belmont, when they let the guy drive through the lane for the dunk, and then they come back and get the ball on the other end, and there's still like more than 30 seconds left to go on the clock. And I hate this. They like fumble it around, and it's like if you're going to take a shot inside the shot clock, like inside the 30 seconds, like not in the last 2 or 3 seconds, make it a really good one, Not just some stupid ass shot. It's like
Those are the worst.
It's like you're a 6'7" white guy. You can't do a floater like that. It's just not, you can't do that. It's like, that's not your move, okay? You're the guy who's there to make the free throws when someone's going to get fouled. That's why you're in. It's like, you don't float like that. You can't jump that high. What is this? That's not your move. It's like all of a sudden they think they're like Justice Winslow, it's just must weigh 0, right?
I'd rather have the bad shot than the shot clock violation, just to not run up the score.
Oh yeah.
At least you tried. It may have been a bad shot, but at least you tried.
Iceman has a mangina. That's rough. It's getting rough out here, man. Brian, I don't know what you created. What did the Iceman have yesterday?
I don't have my information in front of me.
I'll get it. I'll get the ice. I'll get all the latest from the Iceman. What do you have in these late games?
All right. Well, this is a good time frame. First of all, I'm going to be doing the Dallas Mavericks San Antonio Spurs on the drive-thru, and it's actually a premium pick, so tune in tonight for that one.
I got a premium pick on that one too.
And as far as the rest of the games, I like the Boston Celtics a little bit. I think they bounced back against the Sixers. They had their opportunities the first time around, and I cashed on the Sixers the first game. I'm on the Celtics. And then the other one I like, locked in this morning on the Cavaliers plus 10. I know it's a 7.5. I don't think you'll have much problems with that. I think it's about a 6-7 point game. Lock in the Cleveland Cavs. Keep it close.
I think the Cavs won the first one, and the Nets win the second.
Well, they'll win.
I think they beat them up.
Well, we'll see.
The only one I like in this whole schwack of games, I like the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Clippers. I still like, anytime you give me a decent amount of points with the Thunder on the road, I'll take them all day. It's going to pay off more often than it hasn't. So give me the Thunder in the 13 against the Clippers. I think Thunder at least cover.
What was yesterday, the 21st?
Yeah.
So the Iceman only had one play yesterday.
Wow.
It was a push. How is this a push? Oh, I see. No, he had 2 plays yesterday.
Yeah, what were they?
He had Stanford getting 5. Maybe we've shamed him into actually making legitimate picks.
I was disappointed that USC game got canceled yesterday. But.
Yeah, that's the only thing he had. And then he had a soccer Terminator.
I wonder if people actually buy the soccer plays.
They don't. I think there are a few, like very, very few, that buy it. It's just not a thing. I mean, we sell a lot more picks than the Iceman does. And we just have a much bigger audience. It's just a numbers game on that. But yeah, you can only guess. But I mean, the thing about Iceman is that it just sucks, right? I mean, that's the whole thing.
Now, I don't understand how he got hired at a major company giving out minus 180s, but I don't know.
I don't know if it's true or not, but possibly he did some kind of favor in a weird way for somebody or something. I don't know. We could start a rumor.
we could start a lot. We could stir up a lot.
We could stir the pot a little bit.
Yeah, the Iceman didn't come because he's good at hockey. He came for other reasons. Oh.
All right, Chris, what do you got here?
I gave out the Thunder.
Oh, Rod?
For me, in this spot, I like the Clippers. The Clippers have just been rolling, beating teams by 18, 19, 20 points. And the Thunder's been going the other way. They've been losing by 18, 19, 20 points 2 of their last 3 games. So give me the Clippers, another blowout of the Thunder. And I like the Kings to beat up the Knicks. Knicks on the back-to-back. I don't see the Knicks winning back-to-back games. Give me the Kings here over the Knicks.
I was at the driving range yesterday, and I heard some guys talking about like how disappointed they were in the way the country has been in the last year, and the COVID, and the businesses and shutting down and stuff. And I said, you don't even know what disappointment is until you put a couple dimes on the New York Knicks for a couple games.
Well, they played well last night.
Yeah, they did. And that's the Knicks. That's the Knicks. They get your hopes up. They get your hopes up.
Yay! Bet on the Knicks! Yay!
They sneaked into the last spot in the Eastern Conference.
I remember when the Knicks made the finals the last time, and John Starks was just throwing up threes from like the parking lot and just couldn't even hit the rim.
Couldn't hit one.
I don't think the Knicks could finish 9th in an 8-team league.
Good one, Chris.
I had him at one of the day.
Yeah, it's really bad. I like the Cavaliers. I like the. I really think that they should cancel. Like if there's a game that should be postponed, it should be the Timberwolves Hawks. I think we should get the.
You said you like the Cavaliers. You meant the Nets.
The Nets, Brooklyn Nets. I like the Nets. Thanks for correcting me.
I'm not letting you on my Cavaliers.
No, believe me. I just like I wasn't on your Bucks. I'm not on your Cavs.
That's all right. Well, you weren't on. I could pull one up.
You're a chaser, Brian. You're a chaser. It's like they won last game, so they're gonna win this game. You're a chaser. It's okay.
No.
Yeah. I like the Clippers. I mean the Thunder against the Clippers. Thunder buddies. 5-2 on the road. Thunder buddies. And I like the Sacramento Kings against the Knicks. Stringing together wins just isn't something that the Knicks are known for. We go to college basketball. We got a pretty big card tonight for some real lousy games. It's amazing. Yes. Rod and Chris. We're going to get him those sumo outfits. You know, those big sumo things.
Those big sumo.
Wait, we need those? Or is that just for protection so that nothing happens?
Got Iwapui up against Wright State. Merrimack looking to make it back-to-backers against Fairly Disinterested. Quinnipiac against Viagra. Sacred Heart against St. Francis. Got Central Connecticut State in action up against Mount St. Mary's. Wonder what the get-in price on that would be. Got Wisconsin Green Bay, Bittler special, up against Purdue Fort Wayne. He loves losing money on Green Bay, but they're favored, Brian, by a point. It's right up
that wasn't one that I looked at in this morning's. Maybe I'll have to circle back to that later today.
Youngstown State, UIC. Troy against Coastal Carolina. Manhattan against Monmouth. App State, Georgia State. So a little story for you guys. When I'm doing the videos, it's like generally, a day like today where there's not the big name teams, and there's a lot of teams that we cover, but not like a lot of big name teams. So I try and do, some of these early games to just mix them in because I know people are interested because there's not a lot of action out there. So I just throw them out there. So I tried doing that Iwapui Wright State. I did like 4 takes on it. I was like, forget it. I can't even do this. I can't even do it. It's like, those are on the cutting room floor, as they say. Anyways, Brian, anything in this early action, pre-6 p.m.?
Yeah, I like the Penguins here at Youngstown State. They opened up as favorites. It's a slight, I think, plus 1.5 here. I know UIC has won a couple games and looking better, but I like the way the line's moving. I'm gonna take the plus money for Youngstown State to win outright. Take the Penguins.
Parlay it up with Boise money line.
No. Well, we haven't got to that yet, but I don't even know. Well, Boise's.
I know. I still got the Iceman up on my screen. I gotta take it down. It's messing with me. Okay, it's messing with me. Chris, what do you like?
You're getting hypnotized minus 300.
You will bet it.
I like Iwapui here against Wright State. Wright State hasn't been covering these double-digit numbers, at least not in the first game of the back-to-back, and they respond in the second half. So we saw it with Youngstown State, and we saw it with Cleveland State too. So I'll take Iwapui plus the 12.5. We've got a lot of jokes about it yesterday, but I'm going to take the Sacred Heart. I'm going to take them to bounce back here. Hopefully they won't
shart the bed again.
They won't crap the bed today. But
well, the correct term would be shart for Sacred Heart.
Yes.
We call them shart for short.
Yeah, it was not a sharp play yesterday.
Rufalo's full of the one-liners today.
I know, right? And I'm gonna go with UIC against Youngstown State. Youngstown State are 4-1 at home this season straight up, but only 2 of those games have been lines, and they didn't cover either of them. So I'll take UIC. I think they're the better team here, playing better ball. The line's gone right through 0. I like the Flames in that spot.
I'm with you. I like UIC in that spot as well. I'm with the Penguins. UIC beats them today. And let's take Merrimack today. Fairly disinterested. They played good in the first half of that game yesterday, and they looked god-awful in the second half. So I don't see them bouncing back and even making it close. Merrimack blows them out again today. Take Merrimack.
So I don't really talk about this much, but in the Facebook group, there's some guy named Ron Elston. I can't understand a fucking word this guy's talking about. I mean, he posts like 600 times, and it's like, I mean, I'm just like, I read through. My wife is like, because she monitors the Facebook group for me, you know, because it's like I don't have time to do it, and she's just like, I'm not really sure what this guy's getting at, and she says this to me a couple times every day. So I have to open up the Facebook group and I read this guy's post, and it's just, I just clearly don't even understand it. And it's like he never has any comments on there. And it's like I just feel like maybe hitting a thumbs up, but I'm not even sure what I'm thumbs up in because I don't even understand it. No. I just do not understand it at all. It's like some weird soccer teams or something. It's like then he does like a hockey and a recap. I'm not sure. I appreciate the participation, you know, but it's like I really, if someone could, maybe I need it for dummies. Ron Elston post for dummies or something. I really don't, I can't figure it out. Someone can help me. Throw me a line. Throw me a bone. Help me out here. I need to dumb down a little bit. Just explain to me. Is there a point at the end of these somewhere? I don't know. You know?
I'm with you. So when we figure it out, let me know too.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm working with them. You know, it's like I'm not. You know, I'm not saying anything bad about it. I just can't figure it out.
Hank Aaron passed away.
Did he?
Yeah.
The hammer?
Yeah, 86.
Oh, man. Sad. I remember the night he hit that home run up Al Dowling. That was freaking amazing. They had the song, Move Over, Babe. Here comes Henry. We used to only get Braves games. That was our team because we were in Miami. We didn't have a team. We would get the Atlanta Braves. So, like, I know all the Braves from that whole era. Ralph Garr and Biff Pocoroba. Tom Paciorek, Carl Morton. Ralph Garr was everyone's favorite. Roland Office. Yeah. And Hammer and Hank Aaron. The Hammer. He was like 100 by then. His best days had passed. Guy could still hit freaking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who caught Hank Aaron's 715th home run? So you would only know this if you followed the Braves in the 70s, like I did, because it was the only games that were on. This is pre-cable, you know.
Yeah.
Tom House. See?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See? Surprised you didn't know that one.
Well, he's the real home run king, Hank Aaron. I don't consider Bonds as the home run king.
So you don't think any of the guys pre-Bonds ever juiced?
Well, I'm not saying that, but I think Henry Aaron I know didn't juice, and
how do you know?
To me he'll be the home run king. Well, I don't know.
How do you know?
I mean, he doesn't look like a guy that juiced, but
they used to always juice in the NFL. They used to always juice the players, like painkillers, all kinds of stuff. You know?
I mean, Bonds just outright cheated hardcore for years.
So did the guys he was hitting off of.
I'm an anti-Bonds guy.
Well, I mean, so if Bonds was cheating, but weren't the guys who were throwing the ball to him cheating too? And what about everybody else that played in that era and cheated? Why didn't they have those kind of numbers?
No, so you're saying he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame and be the home run king?
He is. He is the home run king. How about Pete Rose? You think
not in my book. I put an asterisk next to him. That Pete Rose is the hit king. He didn't cheat. He bet on baseball.
Well, Roger Clemens.
Well, he got busted cheating, so.
How about A-Rod?
Wipe his stats away.
How about A-Rod?
He's a cheater. He's a big-time cheat. Can't stand A-Rod.
Well, Mike Schmidt.
Nope. Clean guy, as far as I know. Over 500 home runs, best third baseman in history. How can you say Mike Schmidt was
yes, getting Philly guy saying anything negative about Michael Jack Schmidt. It's like, oh.
So you're saying Mike Schmidt was on There's no proof that Mike Schmidt was on any kind of performance enhancement.
Yeah,
drugs.
just most third basemen are that big. Anyways.
A-Rod, him and Bonds.
Michael Jack Schmidt.
You don't know Jack Schmidt.
No, that's what they call him in Philly. Michael Jack Schmidt. That's it. It is. I knew this guy from Philly. Every time he got drunk, he would love talking about like the junior circuit and the senior circuit. He'd love talking about that. And any argument about any players would always end with Michael Jack Schmidt.
Yeah.
You ever see that show, The Goldbergs? It's like this whole thing. There was a whole show about Mike Schmidt, and then at the end of the game, it's like at the end of the show, they always do like a real clip because it's based on his real life, and they show a clip, and it's his brother throwing out the first pitch at the Phillies game. And Mike Schmidt coming over and patting him on the back and shaking his hand, and the caption on the bottom says, "Hey, it's Mike Schmidt." You know, they love that guy. I mean, you don't see like there's rare when you see a guy that's on a team like that. You know, and it's kind of like they just love him. It's like a Derek Jeter type thing.
Now, there's another good, clean baseball player, Derek Jeter,
that we know of.
Damn it, don't jinx it. He's the only one we have left.
Oh, Mariano Rivera was on
Mariano Rivera.
I know Mariano Rivera.
Tremendous player.
Anyways, I like UIC. I'm on the other side of Brian in this one. I also like Georgia State against App State.
Who? What state against App State?
Georgia State.
Ooh, I like Georgia State too.
It's none of your business, Brian. Don't damage my picks. You had your chance during this segment.
I can only remember one or two plays at a time in my brain before I start talking.
We should
do like 10.
We should do bets. So I switched to contacts, right? We should do bets on the over-under on how many attempts and how long it takes for me to get my contacts in every day. My wife, I guess there's a scene in Fried Green Tomatoes or one of those movies like that where it's like, nobody move, I dropped my contact. She does that to me the whole time I'm trying to put them in. It's like, nobody move, I dropped my contact. Oh, man. UC Irvine up against Cal Poly. I almost gave out UC Irvine as a premium. So close. That was probably my last cutoff. Northridge up against UCSB. FAU against Charlotte. I like Charlotte in that one. Lafayette against Arkansas. ULM against Texas State. Purdue versus Michigan. USA versus Georgia Southern. UTA versus Little Rock. Got San Diego versus UC Davis. UTSA versus Southern Miss. Ooh, Kennesaw State in action at North Florida. Marist against Riders on the Storm. St. Peter's, dead to me, against Siena. St. Peter's and now Pacific, dead to me. Ohio versus Ball State. You want to talk about a bad idea, Pacific. I've had some bad ideas. Pacific might have been my worst idea I've ever had. So, you want to call me old and crappy? You point to that Pacific game, Brian. Ohio versus Ball State. Oakland versus Detroit. It was 42-9 at halftime. It was like an Alabama versus Kentucky game in football. Oakland versus Detroit. Riverside versus Bakersfield. FIU versus Marshall. Bellarmine versus Stetson. North Alabama against Jacksonville. This 7 o'clock slot is just stuffed. Robert Morris against NKU. Any of those?
I really hate this time slot, even though there's a ton of games. To me, it's not. There's only one game, and it's a premium. But if I had another one, Ball State plus the points, I think they can keep it relatively close with Bobcats here. So give me Ball State plus the points. Should keep within 3 or 4.
Brian's such a slot. Chris, how about you? Oh, can't hear you. Sounds better this way. kind of sounds better. Muted.
I figured out the hard way. There's now 2 San Diegos. There's now UC San Diego, and there's the San Diego Toreros. This one's the Tritons. This is hard for me to keep up with, but I'll go with UC Davis in that one.
I'm going to stop you for a second, Chris. Excuse me. We have a comment. I get the vibe that Mitch is anti-government, and my thought. I don't talk politics on this show or in general because it's way outside of my wheelhouse. The only thing I will say about politics and politicians and government and all that stuff, none of them care about me. So I don't care about them, and I just continue to do what I do regardless of who's running what, because none of them care about me, and none of them are going to make one bit of policy change regarding anything that, based on that it will help me. I know that. They only do it to help themselves. Chris, go ahead.
Let's see. I like the over in the Ohio Ball State game. These two teams, 19-4 this season combined to the over, and it's been popular when these two play. So, I like Ball State and Ohio the over. I like FIU plus the 8 against Marshall. I just think that's too many points. I think it's going to be a closer game than that. And I like Robert Morris minus the 1.5 against Northern Kentucky. This isn't the same Northern Kentucky team that we've seen in the past, and I think Robert Morris wins this one at home. So I'll give you the Colonials.
Michael Jack Schmidt. Rod?
For me in this time slot, I like UTA over Little Rock. UTA is 4-2 at home, 2-1 ATS. Little Rock not so good on the road. I think UTA gets the win there. I also like Ball State plus the 6. I think that's a 2-3 point game at the most. Give me Ball State plus the 6 points there. And the other one I like is give me Manhattan plus the 5 at home, hosting Monmouth. Monmouth's 0-2 on the road this year. 5 points is a lot. I think Manhattan makes it's a 2-3 point game at the most there as well. Give me Manhattan plus the 5.
So, Brian, Chip Trimbus reached out the olive branch to me yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Nah, no fucking way. That did not.
I was going to say, because he's pretty stubborn with his ways.
That guy hates my guts. You kidding? He curses my every breath.
Was it too frail to lift it up?
It was like, yeah, Chip reached out the olive branch. No way, man. It's like, yeah, him and my old business partners. They were all. It was a conference call.
You know what I picture? If there was ever a fight, I could just picture the scene where Mr. Burns is trying to punch somebody. He just goes.
I hurt Chip's feelings.
Boo-hoo.
I like Charlotte against FAU. I like Irvine. That was almost going to be a premium pick. I just felt like I had another big favorite in there, and I don't want to have too many big favorites. Same thing with Boise. It was like just another too big of a favorite. I liked them, but too big of a favorite. Maybe I made a mistake leaving them out. Who knows? I like Ohio against Ball State because Ball State just continues to beat me. So I'm just going to keep betting against them. Eventually, I'm going to be right. I'll tell you, this Oakland-Detroit game is one you want to stay as far away from as possible. It's just somewhere you don't want to be, They're both like in that area of the country. You just don't want to be anywhere around there in January. I don't understand why. Oh, FIU is another one that's dead to me. NKU I considered taking as well against Robert Morris. They're not this bad. And the other one, so in the next, this one's actually in the next time slot. So it's Rice against UAB, Western Illinois, South Dakota, Nevada, Wyoming, Florida Gulf Coast, Lipscomb, Cal State Fullerton, Hawaii, North Dakota, South Dakota State, Denver, North Dakota State, Milwaukee, Cleveland. We'll stop there.
Yeah, I really like the Hawaii Rainbows in this spot. I know they lost 3 in a row. It just opens up my eyes when I see they're laying points here against Cal State Fullerton, who won their last game. I think Hawaii has the better team, should easily cover this spread. It's one of the better free picks.
How about Rice?
Hawaii. Yeah. They didn't catch my fancy.
Huh. How about you, Chris?
I think the two I like at this time slot, like South Dakota, laying 7 against Western Illinois. And the line dropped a half a point, but this Western Illinois team is not very good. And South Dakota 3-0 against the number on the road this season, so I'll take South Dakota. And I like North Dakota State laying the 13.5 against Denver. Denver's still one of the worst teams in the country. It's not going to change your 3-7 against the spread in their last 10. North Dakota State 7-3 against the number. I think that's a 15-point win for the Bison at least, so I'll take North Dakota State there. Those are the two for my time slot.
For me, I like you give me Nevada over Wyoming. Wyoming's just 2-5 ATS at home this year. Nevada's 6-1 on the road. I think Nevada should have no problem beating up on Wyoming.
The one loss I think was at Grand Canyon. Just throwing it out there.
Maybe we could put a little asterisk beside that one.
Anything else?
And the other one I like is Lipscomb and Florida Gulf Coast. Should go over 137. I think we easily get over that number.
I like Lipscomb. I like that one guy they have. Freaking monster. Looking dirty look. Maybe Ruffalo should be our Chip Chirimbus ambassador. Like, reach out to him. Chip, just want to see how you're doing.
Give me that crap.
Because me and Brian both tried. He said he snubbed us both. It's like,
Yeah, I couldn't figure out. Me and him are aligned on certain issues. You'd think I thought that he would talk to me, but he doesn't. So.
no, he. It's guilt by association. I gotta find Chip's email. Maybe I'll just post it up here, and you guys can all reach out to him for me. Share the love. Reunited, and it feels so good. You could have like all the people that hate Mitch. It's like my old business partners, Chip, Wade from Doc Sports. Like, have a whole panel of them just bashing me for a couple hours. It's like, and Mitch called me this.
The Iceman, you forgot the Iceman.
The Iceman. The only thing they have on me is the name calling. That's the only thing they have on me. Because everything else is squeaky clean. I'm pretty squeaky clean. I am a name caller, But it's like I've never stolen or, lied or cheated or any of those things. So
Indian Cowboy.
Well, no, we buried the hatchet. We're good. We're not. I mean, we're about as good as we're gonna get. Because he's got faith. He's got faith, and he's from the South, and those are the values that he has. To be too cowardly to call me out by name. It's like, I didn't call you out by name. I just, basically made it obvious about who I was talking about, and it's too much of a chicken shit to say your name. But other than that, actually, I like him. I don't like him. I don't not like him. It's kind of like he's there. At least he had the balls to send me an email and confront the issue, and I respect. That I respect. It's a lot more than like Wade from Doc Sport, who he won't talk to me at all. Him, Chip, he's on the long list of people that they won't even talk to me at all. And that's okay. You know why? Those people bring zero to the table. I know that those people, they bring nothing to the table. Zero. Absolutely zero. And that's why they have their existence that they have. That's why, people who drink like, that amount, it's like they have other issues that they're trying to mask. I know that because I went to therapy for years for it. We could discuss these things some other time or now. Chris, if you had something to say to Chip, what would it be? Really?
There's a couple diaper jokes I can make, but it depends.
He's not gonna like that. He's not gonna like that.
No, it depends. Never mind.
Tell him you got a few hookers backstage. That might do it.
Well, I had a bunch of hookers. One was a midget, but apparently that one disappeared. I don't know where that one could have went.
Hey Chip, are you doing anything tonight? I got a few hookers coming over. Maybe that'll do it. I think I would try that as our ambassador. How about if we start this off? We'll send over a few hookers for you. I don't know. I'm dead serious. We're not getting the good ones, but we'll get not the expensive kind.
I think when you're pushing 70, as long as the hooker is fairly attractive, I think it's a positive. I don't think he's too picky at that age.
I'll tell you one thing that we could add on this show. I get suggestions all the time that we could add on the show, besides Mitch talking too much, because we're not going to change from that. Like I think like we should get to a game and we should just be like Denver, North Dakota State. Let's just like call Ron Romanelli. We're going over Denver, North Dakota State.
Segment.
It's like I'm like, how bad are these teams? It's like, I mean, how lousy is this game?
The call a capper segment.
Yeah, call a capper randomly. It's like call Alex Martin. He'll be like, this game is so.
I answered the number. Hello, Zaxby's. Quick, Stetson or Bellarmine.
Duffy's like, let me run it through my software. It's like the computer doesn't like this one. It's like the computer doesn't like this. I had Bittler going with that chip. Olive Branch, I did. Cleveland State versus Milwaukee. Dixie State against Grand Canyon. I think Dixie State not going to be whistling Dixie after that one. Boise State against Fresno State. Boy, I know Boise's just got a sentimental piece of everyone's heart after the other night. UTEP against La Tech. And Air Force against San Diego State. Brian, any of those?
A slight lean to UTEP, slightest of leans. But other than that, I don't really see anything at this 9 o'clock time slot.
All right, well, there's a lot of time wasted for nothing. How about you, Chris? This is what people are complaining about. Mitch talks and talks and talks, and they never get to the picks.
There's not much quality there in these set of games here.
Brian, what do you have to say to Chip?
I would say if he wants to make 3 times the amount of money he's making, then come aboard with a proven winner. That's what I would tell him. But he's too stubborn.
He's I mean, I can't really say one way or the other about him, but he's dick face. Anyways, I mean, he could be. I'm not sure he is or he isn't. I'm just saying that he might be. I don't know. He doesn't like me. It's personal.
I think he got brainwashed.
He didn't get brainwashed. He's just whatever, man. He has no balls, and that's really what it is. He has zero guts. It's like some people. It's amazing to me how many people in this business are unwilling to take the slightest. I'm not going to get into it.
For me in this time slot, I like Grand Canyon laying the 11.5 against Dixie State. Dixie State's done well in their first year in D1, but this is just a Grand Canyon team that likes to cover numbers and doing so on the road as well. So I'll take Grand Canyon, lay the points there. I like the under in the La Tech UTEP matchup. I think that's gonna come in under 136. And it's a lean, but I'm leaning towards San Diego State. I'm leaning the points against Air Force. I know it's hard for these defensive teams to cover these big numbers, but Air Force has been horrible offensively this season. I don't know if they'll even get to 50 points here. If San Diego can score 65 or 70, I think that might be enough for a 15, 20-point win. So give me San Diego State.
Rod?
I'm with you. I like San Diego State as well. Air Force is just garbage. The other one I like Milwaukee and Cleveland State to go over the 133.5. Between their offense and defense, we should easily get over that number. Both defenses are giving up 69 points. That gets us over the number. Love that over. Give me the over 133.5. Milwaukee, Cleveland State.
I don't hate everyone. I just think that people that underestimate me make a big mistake. Especially, I think that's what it really comes down to. The people that underestimate me usually don't win. Because you guys know, I don't sleep. I will not sleep until I win. I will not sleep. And I don't think most people are willing to make those sacrifices. Anyways, this Boise-Fresno thing is really scary to me because I think the world's going to be on Boise after that game the other night. Because we all were on Boise the other night. Everybody was on them. And they came back and had that big comeback and one going away. We didn't even have to sweat it out the final possession or anything. They came back so good. So that game I'm going to stay away from. I like Air Force here plus the points against San Diego State. I think it's way too many points. And we've seen San Diego State dig themselves into these holes time and time again. And then they have to claw their way out. I just think, when you're clawing your way out of a hole, it's an 8-point win. It's not a 15-point win. And that's just my story, and I'm sticking to it. Let's go to the ice where the penny reigns supreme once again. Suck it, Bitler.
Who'd they have yesterday? I forgot.
They had the Habs. Montreal.
Wow.
Yeah, Montreal.
Had it all the way. Easy winner. And Ron Elston, according to Ron Elston, a whole bunch of other shit that I can't understand.
I had the Senators yesterday. That wasn't very good.
I thought Rod for sure would have that one figured out. He's all over the Facebook posts. Let's play What is Ron Elston talking about? Jeopardy. We used to do that when I worked on Wall Street. It was like I was young, so I was like, man, we were just in a different area code than everybody else. We used to play 6th floor Jeopardy. I'll take Heard It in the Smoking Room for $200.
I remember the old style smoking break rooms.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The whole room is like,
oh yeah, it's like I'll take Heard It in the Smoking Room for $300.
I used to love the smoking room.
Oh, love the smoking room. You come out of there, it's like you're all yellow. It's like everything's yellow in the smoking room, like the walls, like everything's yellow. Like they have one of those air filter things. It's totally yellow. It's like it was white, like filter the air, but it's totally yellow.
Yeah.
Got the Maple Leafs up against the Oilers. We got the Rangers and the Penguins, the Blackhawks and the Red Wings. That's going to be a good game. And the Capitals against the Sabres. Brian, any of those?
Yeah, I'm going to take a crack with the Edmonton Oilers. I know that'd be back-to-back wins against this team, but I like what I seen from the Oilers last night when they took it to Toronto. So I'm going to take a chance of plus money there.
You think Chip just doesn't? He with you, he just doesn't want to talk to you. But with me,
he thinks I'm below him. I'm not worth the conversation.
That's the way that it comes across, right? That's the way it comes.
But I've known Chip for many years, and I work with him on different things. But I guess since I'm 30 years younger, probably I don't know.
With me, it's a straight. He hates my guts. I should find his last email to me and read it out to everybody. It's beauty. It is like, and I hate your guts. It's like, I mean, this guy really hates me. It's like there are people that don't like me. This guy really hates me. I think I said some things that insulted. I could have done some name calling. Chris, anything in this time slot?
Where are we up to? 7 o'clock?
No, we up to the Blackhawks, Red Wings, those top 4.
Oh, Blackhawks, okay. Yeah, I like the Rangers at plus money against Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, played well in their first couple games. They got a couple bounce back wins against Washington, but I think the Rangers are going to start to turn things around a little bit, at least right the ship. I think they battle in this one, so I'll take the Rangers at plus money, and I like Detroit. I think the wrong team's favored here. I think Detroit, I know it's a rivalry game, but I just think Detroit has shown more promise, at least early on, and they're better, more improved than the team that we faded and made so much money on last year. So give me Detroit and plus money in that one.
For me, I'm going, I like the Penguins here over the Rangers. I see the public's all enamored jumping on the Rangers. Why, I have no idea. Penguins are 2-0 at home this year. And history shows that the Penguins last 22, the Penguins are 15-7 against the Rangers. So give me the Penguins, get the win there. Sabres and Capitals, not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Capitals players missing a whole bunch of COVID. No Obi, no Kuznetsov, no Samsonov. All those guys are out, so it just makes it too easy. Everybody's going to jump on Buffalo, not touching it. I'm with Brian. I think the Oilers come back and beat the Leafs again. They looked like they showed a little bit of grit, and the Leafs still just don't look good at all. They're still all over the place. And I like Detroit. Give me Detroit here. Just like Chris said, definitely the wrong team is favored here. Detroit's looked way better than what they did last year off the start of this year. Blackhawks look like they're the Detroit of last year so far to start the season. So take Detroit.
How about, let's see. Are any of these games penny worthy? Let's see what the other games look like. Oh, I got to do Dallas Stars.
That's my premium pick tonight.
Wild versus Sharks. Stars versus Predators. That'll be the penny game for today. Arizona versus Vegas. Iceman, Vegas minus 168. And Ducks versus Avalanche. There's the Iceman at minus 205.
Yeah, for me, I got a premium pick tonight on the Nashville Predators. Absolutely love them. Dallas, I think this is their first game. Lots of games postponed due to COVID. I think it's going to take a little while to get their feet underneath them. Lay that tiny bit of juice with Nashville. And I also lean to the Ducks. That's a lot of plus money there. Anaheim hasn't played too bad to start the season. And I'm going to take a lean to that plus money dog at home.
Yeah, I'm with you on Nashville. It is Dallas' first game, and as good as this team was last year, making it to the Cup Finals, there's still going to be rust to be shaken off, especially when Nashville's already played 3 games. So, give me Nashville there. The San Jose Minnesota game, I'm going to be giving it on the drive-through tonight, and that's actually one of my favorite plays that was not a premium. So, tune in for that. It's a play I really like, and I'm gonna go the other side on that Avalanche Ducks game. I'm gonna lay the puck line with Colorado. Anaheim scored six goals in 4 games this year. Their offensive issues clearly have not been fixed. They haven't been addressed. And Colorado has a bit of a sour taste in their mouth after being beat by the Kings the other night. So give me Avalanche on the puck line in that one.
Rod?
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Give me Nashville here. Dallas' first game. And Nashville's looked pretty good starting the year. No Sagan for this game for Dallas either. No Bishop. So I love Nashville in that one. And I'm with Chris. The Ducks stink. Colorado Avalanche. We see what happens when they lose a game. they come back and whoop the team the next game. The puck line there. And I'm going to take the Sharks over the Wild. Wild can't win them all. And the Sharks haven't looked as horrible as what I figured they would look. I think they sneak a win here over the Wild. Give me the Sharks, as the Sharks have historically played very well against the Wild. Love the Sharks here today.
I can't find the email from Chip, that last email that he sent me, but I'll have to look on my other computer.
Should have saved it in your archives.
No, I have a bunch of other stuff from him in the archives. Like, I have his phone number. We can call him on the show. That would be fun.
You could wake him out of bed and ask him a question.
That'd be fun.
That'd be funny.
Should we call him? I don't have my phone with me.
He might say something that you don't want on the air.
Like what's he going to say? What can he say?
He could say a couple F words. And something.
So what? I say that all the time. It would be funny. Be a good bit. We'll take a vote. How many people think I should call him? And how?
I think it'd be funny, but I don't know.
I think it'd be a great bit. Okay. Dallas. Nashville.
I hope it takes Dallas. Please, Penny, take Dallas.
Why? You have Nashville.
That's right. I don't want.
Yeah, exactly. So the Pennies.
Nashville.
Well, that's a loss.
The Penny's 5-2.
Odds due for a loss.
The Penny's straight money.
It's the first time I've ever seen someone get upset that something that was 5-2 agreed with them.
I'd rather be 2-5 and agree with me.
My favorite part.
Just like the guy tagged you about the hat with the Angels affiliate. I'm like, of course it's an Angels affiliate in the Facebook group. Of course it is.
Yeah, I like that hat.
My favorite part of the show is when Brian fell for it, that Chip had extended the out.
Yeah, I fell for it.
That was fun. It's a good bit. All right. Parlay time. Tomorrow, I guess we'll start with the parlay calculator again. Chris, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to do an NHL parlay and a college hoops. We'll start with the NHL.
Hold on, but before you start, I just want to say one thing.
Sure.
And in all seriousness, we have a lot of fun on the show, and I joke around, and I also, I know sometimes I talk too much and all that stuff. But I want to thank everybody out there that has supported us, through all this stuff. I know a lot of people out there are suffering. A lot of businesses are suffering. I said when I started Pick Dogs about a year ago, it was a little over a year ago, I said that this would be the biggest thing that I ever did online. And I've had some huge winners online. Some of which I'm legally not allowed to say what they are, but other ones, you guys know. And I said that Pick Dogs was going to be the biggest and best things I have ever done, and it has proved to be that already. And I can only imagine there's no ceiling on this thing. This thing is a runaway train. We're just getting started. So I want to thank everyone that all you guys are part of it. So it's like I feel like when you have a website and you just post pics and you do YouTube videos and stuff, and it's kind of like you feel like you're talking at people, and you kind of just are just doing that. And Chris will tell you, because he's been in articles for years. It's kind of like you just do it, and you kind of you leave it, and you can see people reading them, and you appreciate that. It's all really cool that you're building this thing. But I really feel like this is something that we're all kind of together, And I know people hate me, and they don't like me talking so much and whatever, and they can go screw themselves. I really don't care. I love you. I'm just kidding. It's like Chip. I just love him. Wouldn't sit on his lap or anything, but I like him. Brian, would you sit on Chip's lap?
No.
The guy would crush Chip.
I guess him and D'Amico used to do a radio show together in Vegas, and D'Amico used to say Chip won't do the show with Joe anymore because Joe used to say, he used to say on the air yeah, I'm rubbing Chip's leg under the table and stuff like that. Chip, I guess he stormed out.
He's a diva.
You know how Joe is. That's his thing,
You're not going to sit on Chip's lap.
Is Joe on the drive-thru tonight?
I don't know.
I don't believe
Joe's
so.
He's such a good guy. He's I can give aspirin a headache.
not going to sit on Chip's lap. Yeah, well, neither is 95% of the entertainment in Las Vegas.
What do you got?
For me, for my parlays, I got NHL, go Nashville money line, Colorado puck line, Detroit money line. I really like that one. And college hoops, we're going to go Robert Morris laying the points, FIU plus the points, and the over in the Ohio Ball State matchup.
What's your prediction on how many minutes it takes me to get my contacts in tomorrow morning?
26.
26 minutes? All right,
without
Rod.
question.
Rod, and how about you, Rod? What do you got for today's Birdcage?
For the hockey one, we're going to go Nashville, Detroit, and the Sharks all on the money line. And the hoops, we're going to go Nevada minus 3.5, UTA minus the 1.5, and Milwaukee and Cleveland State over 133.5.
Wow, we really have a second consensus here today. I got the Nashville Predators, Hawaii Rainbows, and the Cavaliers plus the points is my parlay.
I'll go with. Get back to this. I like that big favorite that I said earlier. UC Irvine. I like UC Irvine. I like Georgia Southern against South Alabama, and I like Siena against St. Peter's. So dead to me. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Thanks, guys, for another great show. Thanks, Chip, for all the material. Have a great day. We'll try and act more professional tomorrow.